I think Dante's real danger begins the moment he learns the truth, not the moment someone physically attacks him. That is what feels so unsettling to me. The secret about Rocco shooting Cullum and Jason taking the blame is already dangerous enough. But in my opinion, that secret is only the first door Dante opens. Behind it, there may be something much darker waiting for him. I feel like Dante is walking into this investigation with the mind of a father and the instincts of a cop, and that combination could destroy him. He knows Rocco fired the shot. He knows Lulu kept the truth from him. He knows Jason carried the weight of a crime he did not commit. And the worst part is that Dante found out late. Lulu knew before him. Rocco knew. Jason knew. Other people were making choices around him, while Dante, the detective, was left in the dark. That has to sting. I think Dante's first reaction will not just be anger. It will be betrayal. Not because Lulu wanted to protect her son. Dante can understand that. He may even feel the same instinct himself. But the problem is bigger than protection. The problem is that people decided Dante could not handle the truth. They decided the father could be kept away from his own son's crisis. They decided the cop could be excluded from a crime. And that is where something starts to feel wrong. At first, the small clue is Lulu's hesitation. I can imagine Dante pushing her, asking who told her to stay quiet, and Lulu trying to avoid saying the name. She may talk around it. She may say she was scared. She may say she did what she thought was best. But Dante knows Lulu too well. He knows when she is hiding one more piece of the story. Then comes the bigger clue. Nathan. I think the moment Dante hears Nathan's name connected to this cover-up, everything changes. Because the Nathan Dante remembers was not someone who would casually advise a mother and a teenager to hide a shooting. Nathan was a man of law, loyalty, and moral structure. He was not perfect, but he was not the kind of man who would manipulate a criminal situation just to keep someone protected. So why would Nathan do that now? This is just my interpretation, but I feel Dante may start replaying every recent interaction with Nathan in his head. The tone of his voice, the way he answered questions, the moments when Nathan seemed too calm, too careful, too distant. At first, Dante may blame trauma. He may tell himself people change. Maybe Nathan survived something that altered him. Maybe pain made him harder. Maybe secrecy became his way of coping. But I do not think Dante will fully believe that. In my opinion, Dante's detective instincts will begin fighting against his emotional memory. His heart wants Nathan to be Nathan. His training tells him something is off. That conflict is exactly what makes this dangerous. Dante may hesitate because of who Nathan used to be. He may give him one more chance. He may ask one more question instead of pulling a weapon. And that hesitation could be the opening Nathan's imposter needs. I could be wrong, but I think Dante's investigation may lead him away from Rocco and toward Jocelyn. That is where the pattern becomes much more disturbing. If Dante learns that Nathan was connected to Jocelyn's attack or abduction, then this is no longer about one bad piece of advice. This becomes a trail, a secret trail, a trail with fear at the center of it. And if Nathan is injured, that may be the clue that breaks everything open. I feel like Dante could discover that Nathan has been treating himself quietly, avoiding hospitals, avoiding records, avoiding anyone who might ask too many questions. A wound can tell a story. A wound can place someone at the scene. A wound can expose a lie that words cannot cover. Maybe Dante finds medical supplies. Maybe he hears about someone buying bandages under pressure. Maybe he sees Nathan move like a man hiding pain. That small physical detail could become the larger proof. Still, Dante may not understand the full truth right away. He may think Nathan is being blackmailed. He may think Nathan is protecting someone else. He may think Nathan has been compromised. But then, little by little, the theory becomes harder to avoid. What if Nathan is not Nathan? I think that question would terrify Dante more than almost anything else, because it means the danger has been standing close to everyone. Not in the shadows. Not outside Port Charles. not behind a locked door. Right there, wearing a trusted face, speaking in a familiar voice, using the emotional history everyone has with Nathan as a shield. That is the most chilling part to me. An enemy who looks like a stranger can be confronted. An enemy who looks like a friend can get close enough to strike. I feel Dante may decide he has no choice but to confront him. And that may be Dante's mistake. He may think he can control the situation. He may think he can talk to Nathan privately, outside the police station, away from other ears. Maybe Dante does not want to expose anything before he is sure. Maybe he wants to give Nathan a chance to explain. Maybe part of him still hopes there is some reasonable answer. But in my opinion, that private confrontation is exactly where Dante becomes vulnerable. I can see Dante standing in a quiet place, maybe near a parking garage, a pier, or some isolated corner where the city noise feels far away. He looks at Nathan and says enough to make it clear he knows. Not everything, but enough. He brings up Lulu. He brings up Rocco. He brings up Jocelyn. He mentions the injury. He watches Nathan's face. And then the mask slips. Not dramatically at first. Just a pause. A change in the eyes. A silence that lasts 1 second too long. That would be the moment Dante realizes he is not talking to the man he thought he knew. I think Dante may reach for his phone. Maybe he tries to call backup. Maybe he tries to record the conversation. Maybe he says Nathan's name one final time, almost like a test, hoping the real man is still somewhere inside that face. But if this is an imposter, there is no guilt. No friendship. No old loyalty. Only survival. I feel the attack could happen fast. A strike from behind. A struggle. Dante fighting hard because he is not easy to take down. But if the fake Nathan has planned this, he may already know Dante's habits. He may know how Dante thinks, where he keeps his weapon, how he reacts under pressure. That makes the danger worse. This is not a random ambush. This could be a calculated move to erase the one person who is getting too close. And then comes the most frightening possibility. Dante may not simply disappear as part of a cover-up. He may be held somewhere, just like Jocelyn was held. If that happens, I think the story becomes a race against time. Dante would be trapped with the knowledge that Rocco's secret was only the beginning. He would know the fake Nathan is still walking around Port Charles, still trusted by people, still capable of hurting someone else. But I could be wrong. There is another possibility that feels even darker. The imposter may decide Dante is too dangerous to keep alive. That possibility changes the entire emotional weight of the story. Because Dante is not just a cop. He is Rocco's father. He is Lulu's connection to the truth. He is someone who could expose the fake Nathan before more people get hurt. Removing Dante would not just silence a witness. It would shatter a family already standing on cracked ground. This is just my interpretation, but I think the show may be building Dante's danger through layers. First, the family secret. Then, the moral dilemma. Then, Nathan's strange advice. Then, Jocelyn's attack. Then, the hidden injury. Each clue starts small, but together they point towards something much bigger than Rocco's shooting. In my opinion, Dante's biggest mistake may be believing he is investigating one crime when he is actually stepping into a trap built around several crimes. And that is why I feel something is not right. The danger is not waiting at the end of the investigation. The danger is inside the investigation itself. Every answer Dante finds may bring him closer to the person who cannot afford to be exposed. I think Dante will want justice for Cullum, protection for Rocco, answers from Lulu, and the truth about Nathan. But he may not be able to have all of those things safely. The deeper he goes, the more he risks becoming the next victim. And if Dante finally realizes that Nathan is not Nathan, the most haunting question becomes simple. Will he expose the imposter in time, or will he learn the truth 1 second too late?
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.